Well, this has been truly an exceptional and strange year so far, hasn't it? And yet through it all, there are many things to be grateful for. Always. There's always a bright side. There's always a silver lining. There's always wisdom if we choose to see it and pull it out and love it, make it our own. And as we move into this week of Thanksgiving, I first just want to pause for a second and just do a check-in. Let's feel how we're feeling. This holiday might feel different for a lot of people. We make different choices about how we gather together. And if you are finding yourself separated from loved ones, or if this is another year where you are by yourself and that hurts, I want to give you a gentle reminder that we are all connected as one. We are woven together. We are interconnected. And that perhaps if you're feeling isolated or lonely this week, you could unzip body, soul, and as you sit as spirit, you have the chance to feel the love of the rest of the universe with you, as you. And I know that doesn't fix everything. But for some people, and me at sometimes, anything helps, right? Also, if this week is hitting you hard, or if you have trouble thinking about going into the Christmas season, if that's hard for you, I want to hear from you. It's my honor to hold space with you, to share love with you, and just listen. So please keep that in your heart. You can always send me an email. You can send me a message on Facebook. And we have the church phone that you can call, and there are volunteers that check that daily. And if you need to get a hold of me, I will hear from them right away. They're pretty amazing about sharing those messages. So I just want to put that out there. Now, since Thanksgiving is coming, I wanted to talk about gratitude. Seems expected, right? What are we grateful for at Thanksgiving? I want to talk about gratitude a little bit differently, actually, this time. I noticed that as we kind of navigate this weird pandemic, I noticed that people are really grateful, and that we have a new chance to see who we are and the gifts we're given and our circumstances. And where at first we were kind of struggling, now it seems like we have a better handle at saying, okay, this is what it is. And wow, I'm grateful for the extra time. I'm grateful that people are thinking about my safety and wearing a mask. Whatever that is, it seems like we're able to extract that and be grateful and feel the effects of people being grateful. It's like it's the thing shifting energy right now. It is so very good. I want to talk about what gratitude can do for us, metaphysically speaking. When we bless something, when we are thankful for something, we are amplifying whatever that is. So if you say grace around the table, what you're saying is, thank you for this food, and I'm ready for more of this. You are thanking and you are opening yourself up to receive more. And we might not teach each other that enough or clearly enough. But we're not just thanking, we are saying to the universe, we're saying to God, more of this, please. I'm ready. So what would happen with that idea? You hold it, you say thank you, or you bless it, and it amplifies. What would happen if you made it a practice of holding your pay stub in your hand? Thankful for this, and God, I'm ready for more. What if you get a beautiful letter or a card in the mail, and you hold that and you say, oh, thank you, more of this, please, God. What if you were brave enough
So in your heart, hold a conversation or situation that stretches you or hurts you. And even in that moment, you say, thank you. I'm ready for more of this. What would be the more you're asking for? Would God or universe answer back by giving you more of that hardship? I don't think so.
But perhaps God would answer by helping you discern more of the lesson, more of the self-acceptance, more grounding that you receive when things are difficult. We could say, let's hold this pandemic in front of us like a big ball of energy. Say, we are grateful for this, and we are ready for more. Not more illness, not more despair. We're ready for more of the evolution that it's helping us to discover. We are evolving, we are growing. More of that, please, God, more. We are ready. And we are ready, aren't we? Whether we knew it or not, it's getting pretty clear. We're changing individually and collectively. What if you held yourself? What if you imagined your body? And you say, thank you for everything my body does to hold me up and to house my spirit. More of this, please. Could that bring you more health?
What if you have an amazing meditation session? And as you come out of that, you say, oh, thank you, Spirit. Yeah, I want more of that. That was great. Let's do that again. When you bless something or you're grateful for something, you are amplifying it. You are making it bigger. You become the alchemist, changing something into something else or growing something into something bigger. And yes, you have that power. Where long ago we might have believed that something like that was only reserved for priests or pastors or kings or queens. Now we know, or Jesus, thank you, Spirit. Now we know that everybody has the power to bless and to amplify. As I said earlier, we're a couple of weeks into our Prosperity Challenge at Unity, and part of that program is teaching each other and learning about the laws of prosperity. We have universal laws that are at play all the time, and there are some prosperity laws. And one of them is the attitude of gratitude. Actually changing our thought system so that everything we see, we can look at it for face value. We're human, we're noticers. But as we notice those things, we start to develop an immediate default of gratitude. And that takes work because sometimes what we see first hurts us, or it's different than us, or we don't know what it means. But we're going to develop an attitude of gratitude because when we do that, we become the alchemist. We change something into something else. We grow something from this level to this level. Gratitude is what I would call an active prayer. By blessing something, we're telling God that we are ready for more. We are being active in that moment. We're in partnership with God. God maybe not being outside of our body in this moment, but being within us as that still small voice, that co-creator. When we want to grow an area of our lives, whether that's time, money, love, self-esteem, rest, remember, we can grow these things by blessing them first. I'm thinking about how I rest. I'm thinking about how for so many years, I wouldn't rest unless I was sick. So if I had a migraine, I could rest because I had a reason to rest. Until I heard from Spirit one day that I don't need my migraines to give me permission to rest. And in fact, I deserve rest because I'm a human and I need it. And that was a hard thing to change in my mind, and still is. So what I decided to do is that when I would lay down, I would bless it immediately. As I got comfy in my covers and I exhaled the stress, right away said, thank you for this rest, and I'm ready for more. And what changed seems to be my quality of rest. I got out of the way. When I was in conversation, direct line communicating with God, saying, thanks for this. My soul got out of the way, my body got out of the way, and it was just master with the master, creator with creator. And because I didn't have a limiting belief or a blockage of, I don't deserve this rest, or I should be doing this, or I'm letting my family down by resting. When I let those things go, the quality of my rest increased. Just an idea. So if gratitude can help us grow more of what we want and need, I wonder what else can it do? So I did a little poking around, did a little reading. Here's a quote from Barry Neal Kaufman. Gratitude is one of the sweet shortcuts to finding peace of mind and happiness inside. No matter what is going on outside of us, there's always something we could be grateful for. Kind of hearing Spirit say that today. No matter what is there at face value, there's something we can be grateful for. Sounds like that's going to take a little work on our part to discern what that is. So what can gratitude do? Here's what I found out. Gratitude can actually help us manage stress. Gratitude impacts our mental and physical well-being. Positive psychology and mental health researchers in the past few decades have established an overwhelming connection between gratitude and good health. Keeping a gratitude journal, for example, causes less stress, improves your sleep, and builds emotional awareness. Studies over the years have established the fact that by practicing gratitude, we can handle stress better than other people. So those who practice gratitude, it's part of who you are, it's part of your rhythm. If that's you, you might actually handle stress differently, maybe even better than other people. By merely acknowledging and appreciating the little things in life, we can rewire the brain. Oh, rewire the brain. Yes, you can do that. You can tell your brain, let's do something different, brain. You can rewire your brain to deal with the present circumstances with more awareness and a broader perception. And those who practice gratitude have a much lower level of cortisol, the stress hormone. They have better cardiac function and are more resilient to emotional setbacks and negative experiences. So gratitude can help us see the bright side of very difficult situations. Gratitude can help us regain control of a situation that seems like it's controlling us. Let's put that into a real world example. If we're saying right now that gratitude can help you gain back control in a situation where you feel like you're being bulldozed, let's look at that. What if you're in a conversation at work and your employer is kind of yelling at you, reprimanding you, and you're feeling attacked? Maybe in that moment, you don't feel like you want to stand up and yell back, or maybe you do. But if you were to just pause a second and see what is it in this situation that I can be grateful for, you actually take back the control. And I would imagine that this grateful moment must be genuine. Maybe it is not, I'm grateful that he's going to fall off his chair in a second. Nope, can't be stuff like that. But what if it's, I'm grateful for the lesson that this is teaching me? or I'm grateful for whatever that person is mirroring in me that I need to look at in myself. Sometimes gratitude is a process. In the moment, you might just say, I'm grateful for whatever this is teaching me or showing me. And then later on, you think about it, especially when we're with somebody who's mirroring something in us that we might not want to look at. That might take us a while to pull that apart and figure out what that is. So the first step would be, I'm grateful for, maybe be general, that's okay, as long as it's genuine. I'm grateful for whatever this situation is teaching me, whatever this situation or this person is offering me. And then later, go to prayer, go to meditation, pull that apart. What was that I was supposed to learn? What did that show me about myself that I want to sit with and heal and nurture? Gratitude helps us build and sustain relationships, even the ones that are hard. If you have someone in your life that is hard to be friends with, perhaps it's family, but you want to stay in relationship with them because that's who we are, isn't it? We are a people with the capacity to totally disagree and still stay in relationship. We have that great capacity because we're made of love. And so one of the action items to stay in relationship with someone that really irks you, really pushes your buttons, is gratitude. Must be genuine, could be hard, but you can do it. And that will sustain the soul to soul, spirit to spirit relationship with people. We can disagree and stay in relationship utilizing gratitude. Emily Fletcher, the founder of Ziva, a well-known meditation training site, mentioned in one of her publications that gratitude is also a natural antidepressant. Well, if you're a spiritual person and you've chosen to incarnate in this time, in this place, which you have, it's very possible that one of the things your body is learning is a balance between traditional medicine and holistic medicine. How interesting. So as you hear me read this to you, I don't want you to hear that traditional medicine is not okay. If it's okay for you, it's okay for you. What this research is saying is that gratitude is a natural antidepressant. So think about what that could mean for you. Could you add it to what you're already doing? Is it enough on its own? Only you know that. The effects of gratitude when practiced daily can be almost the same as medications. It produces a feeling of long-lasting happiness and contentment, the psychological basis of which lies at the neurotransmitter level. Feelings of long-lasting happiness and contentment. When we express gratitude and receive it back, our brain releases dopamine and serotonin, the two crucial neurotransmitters responsible for our emotions and make us feel good. They enhance our mood immediately, making us feel happy from the inside. So by consciously practicing gratitude every day, we can help those neural pathways to strengthen themselves and ultimately create a permanent, grateful, and positive nature within ourselves. Again, we are rebuilding, we are rewiring. Something that I've been hearing during this pandemic time is that structures are breaking and we are rebuilding them. This might be one of those structures. It might be how our brain was wired for existence before and how that has broken down. We had a big timeout, didn't we? And now we're starting to wake up and we get to rewire and make different choices. So maybe this could be part of it. By practicing gratitude every day. So we know there's some muscle memory involved, right? Has to be every day. We can help those pathways strengthen and create a permanent grid, a permanent process within ourselves. So for those of you who are doing the 40-day prosperity challenge, that's what that is. Every day, at some point, you go to meditation. You make a list of what you want to let go of. You make a list of what you want to demonstrate in this world, and you make a list of what you are grateful for.
And doing that every day for 40 days is rewiring your brain. If you hear me say that and it sounds good, you can still do that. There's no start or end time to that 40-day prayer practice. You let me know if you want that and I'll send it to you. It is life-changing from my personal experience. All right, let's pivot a little bit. Gratitude releases toxic emotions. That must be part of being human. We have emotions that are toxic. It's toxic. It's really not supposed to be part of us. We are organic. We are healthy versus toxic. But we do have toxic emotions because it's hard to be human. It's hard to be on this earth. Gratitude can help release that. The limbic system in our brain, that's the part that's responsible for all emotional experiences. The two main sites regulating emotions, memory, and bodily functioning get activated with feelings of gratitude. So we talk about this rewiring of the brain, and we can't reach in our head and touch our brain and massage it, and yet we have control of our brain. We really do. So think about things like the limbic system, and if you don't have a clear picture of what that would look like, it doesn't matter. Do a creative picture. What does my limbic system in my brain look like? What do my neurotransmitters look like? And as you think about gratitude, watch that shift. Watch that change. You can do that. Gratitude, I love this, reduces pain. Gratitude reduces pain. So our body layer that's holding all of our spirit in it works really hard all the time. It's very possible that when we experience things that are negative, our body says, what is this? Unfamiliar. Okay, so I'm going to respond with something I know, pain. Often what our body does is a response to something spiritual that's so big. And remember, your body's brand new. You've only had it for 40, 60, 80 years versus your soul that's really, really old and wise. So our body will often respond with pain because it's what it knows. So gratitude can reduce that pain. Counting blessings versus burdens. That was a study done in 2003. That's what they call it, isn't that neat? That was a study conducted on evaluating the effect of gratitude on physical well-being. Indicated that 16% of the patients who kept a gratitude journal reported reduced pain, and they were more willing to work out and cooperate with the treatment procedure. A deeper dig into the cause unleashed that by regulating the levels of dopamine, gratitude fills us with more vitality, thereby reducing subjective feelings of pain. Pain is replaced by vitality. Where pain says, no, I have to dig my heels in here. I have to protect, I have to survive. Gratitude is a release. Gratitude instead says, oh, I choose you, dopamine. I choose you, serotonin. You're in. Gratitude says, all right, the body, you don't need to respond with pain anymore. Respond in another way. Gratitude improves sleep quality. Studies have shown that receiving and displaying simple acts of kindness activates the hypothalamus, and thereby, I'm pretty sure I didn't say that right, by the way, and thereby regulates all bodily mechanisms controlled by the hypothalamus. Again, I don't know, Holly's giving me the thumbs up, good, of which sleep is vital. So gratitude can help you sleep. So what if you like this idea of having a gratitude journal? Put it by your nightstand. What a lovely way to move from your wake time into your sleep time. Something to consider. Gratitude reduces anxiety and depression. By reducing the stress hormones and managing the autonomic nervous system functions, gratitude significantly reduces symptoms of depression and anxiety. Feelings of gratitude are associated with an increase in the neuromodulation of the prefrontal cortex, the brain site responsible for managing negative emotions like guilt, shame, and violence. Again, rewiring. You can tell your brain what to do. Let's do that.
As a result, people who keep a gratitude journal or use verbal expressions for gratitude are more empathetic and positive minded by nature. Let's talk about empathy for a second and gratitude. I'm just hearing from Spirit something to add here, that if you are an empath, which you are, I'm sure, we all are to a degree, but if your empathy really guides your life, so you're feeling the room, you're feeling other people, and that helps you figure out what to do next. Do I hug them? Do I give them space? Do I ask a question? If empathy is one of your driving forces, well, that message could get clouded if you have your own stuff going on. So if you begin the session or the conversation or the interaction with gratitude, just saying, I'm thankful to be in the space of this person, you might release some of the stuff that's getting in the way of a clear message. Just a thought. So what are you grateful for this year, this month, this week, this moment? And that's a question for later. What are you grateful for? And I would encourage you to make a list, make an inventory. What are you grateful for? And dig deep. Remember that we can be grateful for everything and every situation, because when we are grateful for something, we get to be the alchemist. We change it. When we are grateful for something, we grow those things we want and need more of. When we bless it, we amplify it. Gratitude is the healthiest of all human emotions, Zig Ziglar. So this week, consider beginning and practicing an attitude of gratitude, utilizing that law of prosperity. If it's a law, it's not a rule to bind us. The law is to tell us this is how the universe works. And if you want to click into that universal purpose and organization system, that universal outcome, follow the law. And this law is when you extend an attitude of gratitude, you click into something more. You click into something better. You release. You receive freedom and prosperity and abundance. And isn't it time? It's time for that, isn't it? And I am grateful for you. Because in this moment, as we extend gratitude for each other, I can feel in my core things growing. Whether that's love and patience in the world or Unity Center of Des Moines or your life, I can feel it growing. And I want you to know that from the person who's walking with you today, I can feel your gratitude. It's working. Keep going. Keep going.